If you're a future teacher, don't do it. Now, I'm based in the UK, and we are preparing for a complete overhaul of the special educational needs and disabilities system, the SEND. And a lot of it is looking at teacher training. The PGCE is terrible in its current form. You learn about the history of teaching methods, of pedagogy. How is that relevant? The PGCE needs to be redone, rewritten, reformed to be like a driving lesson. In a driving lesson, you don't learn the history of the car. You don't learn the history of the gear stick and how things developed and new technologies and rah, rah, rah. You don't learn that. You learn how to operate the vehicle, how to stop in an emergency. You learn things that are useful because you're in a car. And if you've ever been a teacher in a classroom, it is so similar to being in a car. You're driving that classroom and you need to know what to do in an emergency. So that's what the PGCE should be. It needs to be things that are useful. And a big part of PGCE needs to be psychology of learning. I'm doing a degree at the moment in psychology, and I'm focusing on education and how psychology is needed in the PGCE. How are we expected to teach students if we don't understand how they learn, what goes on in the brain? So there's some things I've done on memory recall when I was in teaching, but things like top-down and bottom-up thinking. I guarantee 99% of teachers that have not done any types of psychology will have no idea what that is. And that is a way that autistic people have bottom-up thinking and people that are not autistic have top-down thinking. Okay? Bottom-up thinking is all about, well, the whole thing is making a plan for an essay. Top-down people can easily do it. Bottom-up people think, I need to research this before I make the plan. But we're being assessed as being top-down people. I'm a tutor and I help GCSE English students. And we look at the papers. And all the papers give a question and they say, write a plan beforehand. So many bottom-up people will not write that plan. They'll just plow into it straight away. When I'm doing my essays, I plow right into the essay and I'll write the introduction at the end. It's impossible for me to be able to do an essay before I've researched it to make the plan. So we need to redo the PGCE. If you are a new teacher and you feel like you are completely inequipped to be in the classroom, you are completely correct because you have not been taught enough. You are handicapped when you go into that classroom. You need to know so much about dealing with SEND kids and how to support and teach them correctly. You need to know about the psychology of learning. And they're just two things you need to know. There are so many other things. I've been a teacher for 20 years, and my first 5 years of teaching, oh my God, so embarrassing. And if I had been trained properly doing my PGCE, the amount of embarrassment I would have saved myself, the amount of tears, the amount of tantrums, and that was from me, not even the students. So all new teachers should see this. And I am Angry Autistic Teacher. Bye-bye.